Boom, hey, what is happening, my friend? It's Cameron Malcolmson here, and in this video I just wanted to share with you this cool idea that I just stumbled across there on the internet when I was looking at the world's highest paid speakers. And in this video we're going to be talking about your website, unique experience, your brand, the place, your stage of where you're going to put your stuff out there and put your voice out there. So in this video I just wanted to explain the importance of like your communication and your messaging, because it's very, very important. Because whenever you're doing this type of stuff, it's like you don't have a business, so you don't have a business, you are a business, and your business is a direct reflection of you. So when we're talking about this here, if you kind of understand that, is that your business is a direct reflection of you. So your business will grow to the extent that you do. So when we're looking at this here, your website unique experience, it's kind of like your stage. So this can be like your stage. Here's the funnel here where you bring people in, you collect emails, and then you send people emails to come to your unique experience. So this is your stage. And whenever you're going to be getting on video, if you're maybe going to get video and stuff like that there, you're going to be like the president of your country. Now, where this ties in is that when I was looking up the world's highest paid speakers, I found these here. So it says here 10 highest paid public speakers in the world. Now, the very first one here you can see is Donald Trump, and it says Donald Trump get paid $1.5 million per speech. So in 2006-2007, Learning Apex shelled out a hefty fee to Donald Trump at their real estate wealth expos, paying him a whopping $1.5 million per speech for 17 seminar conference. So Trump only had to speak for an hour at each one, but the audience members say he gave them their money's worth by staying and answering questions at the end, right? So here you can see that for an hour speech, Donald Trump is getting paid $1.5 million an hour, for an example here in this report. So it can says here, number 2 world's highest paid speaker is Ronald Reagan, who's a former president. So these are 2 world's highest paid speakers or presidents of the United States. Now, Ronald Reagan, back in 1989, the Fukushima Communications Group in Japan paid the former president a cool $1 million per speech to come to the country and tour. Okay, he gave 2 speeches while they're speaking to media outlets and giving interviews. Still, Reagan didn't make out too shabby with $2 million in 1989 dollars. under his belt, sharing his business presidential experience. Alright, so this is what he done. So it says here he made $2 million for his speech, so 2 speeches. So that's pretty cool, you know. These guys are like presidents. Now here we got Tony Blair. He made $616,000 for a speech. Okay, so it says here, on a lecture by lecture basis, Blair is likely the world's best speaker. In 2009, he made almost $616,000 for 2 half-an-hour speeches. So 2 half-an-hour speeches an hour. In an hour an hour speaking, he made $116,000. Now this is like, when you think of public speaking and getting your message out there, and communication and copywriting is kind of just like your messaging and what you're talking about here. So when you're thinking about, you know, public speaking and voicing your message and things like that there, these guys are the world's highest paid ones. They get paid like a lot of money. This guy's paid $116,000, Tony Blair, for 2 half-an-hour speeches. Ronald Reagan, $1 million per speech. He got paid $2 million for 2 speeches. Then you got Donald Trump. He's getting paid $1.5 million for an hour speech, which is massive, which is really, really crazy, my friend. So what I found out was, there's a guy who's in this space, which is internet marketing, and he actually got paid more than $1.5 million for a speech, and it was a 90-minute speech. He got paid nearly twice that much. He got paid more than twice that for a 90-minute speech. And the guy I'm going to show you here in a second, I'm going to show you a short clip just of where he done the speech, and then someone telling him, who the hell was the host of it. But really, what we're talking about here is being the voice, and that high income skill that is public speaking and sharing your message, and doing that on your unique experience and things like that. So what this guy done, this is him here. I'm going to show you this wee short clip here in a minute. But what this guy done, you know, when he was younger and he was just starting out, he says he paid to go to this internet marketing event. And when he went there, he's sitting in the audience, and there was a guy got up and sold his product for like $1,000. And he said when he was sitting there, he was watching these guys get up, and he was counting it. He was like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. And he was like, "Flip, that guy just made $25,000 in like half an hour speech." And then the next guy got up and he was selling his product, and he was selling $5,000 product. And he says he was sitting there and he was counting it up, and he was like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he counted it all up, and he was like, "Flip, that guy just made $80,000 for a speech." And he says he was sitting in the crowd and he was just watching people getting up on the stage and just counting it up one after the other. And he says to himself he just had to master this skill, which was selling on stage. So when he started doing it, he thought, you know, everybody was going to buy his thing, and when he got up on stage, he went to sell his thing and nobody bought anything, and he tried it again, and he just kept at it and kept at it. He says he hit some really bad times when he felt really embarrassed and stuff like this here, but he just kept going through it and kept going through it, and he's actually paid more than what Donald Trump got paid for an hour speech, which is crazy. So I'm going to play this short video here for you for a second, and then what I'm talking about.
This is amazing.
Russell Brunson did $3.3 million there on an hour and a half presentation, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Russell Brunson did." Just remember this: Russell Brunson didn't do $3.3 million of ClickFunnels in a ClickFunnel. He did it on a stage.
First off, I want to thank Grant and his entire team for allowing me to be here and share my message with all of you guys. This is insanely cool. How many of you guys were at 10X last year? All right. After that event, they called me on the phone. They said, "Hey, Russell, we're going to do an event next year. We're trying to get 9,000 people in the arena. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "I don't think that's possible." And he's like, "We're going to do it." I'm like, "All right, we'll see."
So you got to look back and say, how did Cardone get 9,318 people in a room?
Alright, so like he says, he didn't do it in a funnel, which is this here. He didn't do it in a funnel, which is this here, but he did it on a stage. So this is going to be like your stage, and this is your brand and your unique experience where everybody's going to come to and congregate. And this kind of stuff changes all the time. Your funnels, you can have a different funnel, a new funnel, but this stays the same, and this is where you bring everybody to. I hope you liked this video, my friend. I hope you got a little bit inspired and stuff like that there. As always, I left you something super cool below if you want to go and have a look at that, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great one. Peace.